Welcome back, riders, adrenaline junkies, and witnesses to a new war, to Chrono Wheels, where we explore the machines that are not just built, but unleashed. N-N-F-O-R years, the hyperbike kingdom has been a bloody battlefield, ruled by an elite, inbred monarchy. Kawasaki, with its shrieking H2 demon, a monument to the supercharger. Ducati, with its V4 Stradale missile, a beacon of Italian combustion passion. It is a war of horsepower, aerodynamics, and brutal bragging rights, a war we know. A war fought on the limits of internal combustion. NNBUT, what happens when an 800-pound gorilla enters the ring? An outsider? An empire so vast, so powerful, and with such deep pockets that it doesn't just want to compete, it wants to conquer. It wants to fundamentally change the game. NNFOR years, it was a whisper. A joke told at track days. What if Toyota built a bike? Well, the joking is over. The whispers have become a roar. And this is not merely a motorcycle, this is an invasion. This is a cold, calculated, mechanical coup d'état. NNNN. This is the 2027 Toyota GR1, and it is not here to challenge the Kawasaki H2. It is here to commit an act of engineering violence. It is here to make the H2 obsolete. NNNTO. Understand the sheer audacity of this machine. You must first ask why. Why would the world's largest car company, a giant that builds millions of sensible Corollas and the reliable Prius, suddenly decide to build a two-wheeled missile? NNTHE answer is two letters. GR. Gazoo Racing. NNFOR Toyota. Racing is not marketing. It is a religion. Gazoo Racing's mission is simple: to win at every level of motorsport. They conquered the 24 Hours of Le Mans in the hybrid hypercar class. They dominate the brutal World Rally Championship. They build the insane GR Yaris, a road-going rally car that shouldn't exist, purely because they can. For them, the hyperbike category is the last, unconquered territory. It is the final, ultimate challenge to prove their engineering supremacy. And to conquer it, they are deploying a weapon that no motorcycle manufacturer has mastered yet. NNTHE, Hybrid Heart. 300 HP of seamless violence. NTHE internet rumors, all pointed to a brute force 1,400cc engine. A simple solution, and those rumors were a masterful smokescreen. The reality is far, far more terrifying. And Toyota is the undisputed global king of hybrid technology. Their Le Mans winning hypercars use it. Their F1 heritage is steeped in it. And the GR1 brings this automotive secret weapon to the two-wheeled world. And the heart of the GR1 are two perfectly synchronized power sources. NNTHE combustion core. A compact, high-revving 998cc inline-four engine. This is not a gold-wing lump. This engine is built by the same meticulous hands that assemble their WRC power plants. On its own, it screams relentlessly to 15,000 RPM and produces a fierce 210 horsepower. NNTHE silent arsenal. Bolted directly to its crankcase is a compact MGU-K. Motor generator unit, kinetic, electric motor. This is Formula One and Le Mans grade tech. This motor, drawing power from a small, self-charging, solid-state battery hidden under the seat, provides an additional 90 horsepower of pure, instant, electric torque. NNTHE synthesis is the key. This is a 300 horsepower, 998cc hybrid hyperbike. NNTHE effect is absolute seamless brutality. There is no turbo lag. There is no supercharger lag. The moment your brain registers the desire for speed, the electric motor delivers 100% of its torque instantly, filling the bottom-end gap while the inline-four screams to its apocalyptic power band. It is the perfect, brutal, and utterly seamless combination of two worlds. It is the ultimate powertrain, designed for continuous velocity. NNTHE, sound of mechanical Harrison. And the sound? It is a declaration of mechanical heresy. Under light load, the bike is eerily silent, gliding on pure electric power, a true silent assassin. But open the throttle past 20%, and the engine note is multi-layered. The high-pitched whine of the MGU-K motor, immediately followed by the blood-curdling, stratified 15,000 RPM scream of the inline-four. It's a symphony that doesn't just sound fast. It sounds like it's tearing the space-time continuum apart. How do you contain 300 horsepower and its resulting kinetic energy? You don't use a motorcycle frame, you use a hypercar frame. NN. Forget welded aluminum. Forget steel trellis. The entire chassis of the GR1 is a carbon fiber monocoque, a direct, uncompromised transplant from their Le Mans prototypes. The engine, battery, and MGU-K are all stressed members, bolted directly into the monocoque, creating a structure that is so rigid that traditional motorcycle engineers would call it impossible. The sheer torsional stiffness ensures every horsepower is translated directly into forward motion. The wet weight, even with the complex hybrid system, is an astonishingly lean 205 kilograms, 451 pounds. Any Active-Kinetic suspension, Predictive Control NTHE suspension is not outsourced. It is a new, proprietary Toyota Active-Kinetic system. Using a network of predictive AI and a massive suite of real-time sensors, this system doesn't just react to the road, it anticipates it. It actively and independently adjusts the magnetic fluid damping in the shocks hundreds of times per second. Under hard braking, it senses the forward weight transfer and actively pushes the front wheel down to maximize tire contact patch and prevent dive. And it senses a corner entry and preloads the outside suspension to mitigate roll, maintaining a flat, stable platform for the rider. This allows the rider to brake harder, lean further, and get on the throttle earlier than is physically possible on any passive system. It turns the bike into a self-leveling laser-guided machine, and Morpheus Aerodynamics, the air brake assassin and the Aerodynamics. This is where Toyota's F1 and Le Mans experience makes the competition seem technologically antiquated. The GR1 features active Morpheus aerodynamics. The large winglets on the fairing and the spoilers on the tail are not fixed. They are constantly changing their angle of attack, managed by the bike's AI and a 6-axis IMU. They flatten out on the straights to achieve maximum speed and reduce drag to almost nothing. They instantly deploy to full air brake angle under deceleration, acting like a giant shovel to create massive downforce, pushing the bike into the pavement with supernatural stability for late braking maneuvers. Intel Patea Sevlororen Saniki is set for the ultimate confrontation, the GR1 versus the reigning king. Its supercharger is a demanding master, requiring high RPMs to deliver peak force. It is the very definition of visceral power. The Toyota GR1, however, is a cold surgical assassin, an NTHE drag race. The light turns green. The H2R's supercharger screams, fighting to overcome inertia and spin its immense impeller to max boost. It's too late. The GR1, with its 90 horsepower of instant electric torque, has already launched with zero mechanical hesitation. It doesn't spin the rear tire, it just goes. By the time the H2R hits its power band and the supercharger is at max efficiency, the Toyota is already 3 bike lengths ahead and pulling away relentlessly. 0 to 100 km per hour in 2.1 seconds. The difference is instant torque versus mechanical buildup. The H2R is stunned. NNTHE Racetrack Massacre. This is where the gap becomes a chasm. Into the corners, the H2R's rider is using immense brake pressure and managing the bike's 215 kilogram mass. The GR1's rider is aided by its active Morpheus Aero deploying a massive air brake, while the regenerative braking from the MGU-K scrubs speed with supernatural stability. The rider can brake 10 to 15 meters later than the competition. Corner exit? The moment of truth. The H2R supercharger kicks in. A violent, massive surge that demands precise throttle control to manage wheel spin. The GR1's rider just opens the throttle to the stop. The Y-Drive AI delivers a perfect, seamless wave of 300 horsepower. The instant electric torque fires it out of the corner with unmatched precision, while the screaming gasoline engine provides the sustained, top-end velocity. It is a smooth, relentless, laser-guided missile, a new, terrifying definition of fast. NNTHE, Philosophical Threat, NTHE 2027, Toyota GR1 is not just a new hyperbike, it is a warning shot. It is a declaration from the automotive world that the rules of the game have fundamentally changed. And it is a machine that brings a level of powertrain technology, chassis engineering, and predictive AI that the traditional motorcycle world, built on decades of incremental combustion development, simply cannot compete with without adopting the same radical hybrid path. It is a soulless hybrid appliance to the purists and the absolute uncompromising pinnacle of performance to the futurists. Toyota didn't just join the fight. They may have just ended it. The traditional hyperbike is dead. Long live the hybrid king. NNTHE 800-pound gorilla is here. What are your thoughts? Is this hybrid hyperbike the future of speed, or is it an unholy abomination that loses the soul of motorcycling? Let us know your verdict in the comments below. NIF, you're ready for this new world order. Obliterate that like button and enlist in the Chrono Wheels movement.